Man is designed to interact with knowledge, and he was designed to learn. He was designed to interact with his environment, internally, externally. All right, he was designed to interact. That's why he has a soul. He has a soul, which is the seat of learning and consciousness. So we talked about beholding, which is man's ability to perceive realities, interact with them, engage them, and internalize them. All right, and this happens constantly in man. It's not a church thing, it's not a believer's thing. It is man, it is human. All right, man was designed that way. Every man has a soul. Every man has the capability of learning. All right, so whether he's aware or not, he's constantly learning. He's constantly learning. And whatsoever a man gives his mind to constantly, whether he knows it or not, eventually it becomes part of him. It becomes part of him, and that's what we're trying to deal with from beholding, to draw the believer to the point where he becomes a conscious learner, a conscious interactor, where he begins to be conscious of what to interact with. Amen. So that he is not just a victim of the subconscious, unconscious learning processes that takes place, but he becomes a conscious learner. A conscious learner. Many people think without knowing that they are thinking. Or must come to a point where we have gained mastery over the operations of our mind, where you have a proper greed, a proper grip, a proper hold and governance over the functionality of your mind, the functionality of the gates of your soul. Amen. The functionality of the gates of your soul. So you are not just learning unconsciously. Notice sometimes maybe you come around, you've been around a particular place where some kind of songs have been played, and truly you don't even like the song. You are not trying to sing the song, you're not even singing along, you don't even like it. It was even irritating to you because you were there for a while and you stayed around that environment for a while. You may be surprised after that period, you're just surprised to see yourself humming the song, humming to the beat without even knowing that that's the song. And when you say, oh, you start to say, what am I humming? And before you know, you realize that, oh, it's that same song you did not like. Why? Your soul picked it, even though you were not consciously doing that. Because you stayed around that environment for a while, it had a residue, a deposit in your soul. So that is how it is possible for your soul to also magnet things unconsciously, magnet knowledge, magnet pictures, magnet thought patterns, magnet trends, without you consciously giving it permission. So one of the things we try to establish is to bring us to a point where we become in charge of our learning, in charge of the things we learn, the things we see, the things that goes through the gates of our soul and become our experience. You become in charge. It's what Colossians 3 says, set your affections on things above. So he's telling you that we must come to a point whereby our affection does not just run on its own. Your appetite just run on its own. You just find yourself loving something or liking something, and it is not within your willful governance. So it tells you that it is for you to set your affection, to give direction to your affection. It says set your mind on things above. That's what you call mindset, is the positioning of the mind. And what positions or sets the mind or structures the mind is that which has entered into it. It's like breathing in and breathing out. Man was designed to constantly receive and reflect, receive and release. So he's a gateway entrance into light. And what you call living, say, oh, I'm living. What you call living is not the definition of your locomotion, all right, locomotive expression of your body. No, that is not living. Living is all that proceeds from you, whether consciously or subconsciously, that forms the totality of what you release out into creation. That's what your living is.